that too. So
You got my back.
I got the
Hello, everyone. It is 2022. First Geekgasm of the year.
Woohoo!
woohoo.
Let's all have a Geekgasm.
Oh, oh.
Geekgasm of the year. Let's all have yeah, we got a. Who's echoing?
That's
Oh.
there's me. Of course it was me.
Pops.
Yeah, I was getting my YouTube ready to get them bots, man. Getting ready to get them bots. You know they're gonna pop in here, man.
I know. It's been ridiculous. But I am going to hit the intro and then we're going to come back and get into it.
Woohoo!
We'll
Let's
be
do it.
right back. So I'm going to introduce myself last. So, Pops, you're up.
I am Pops Van Zant from Comic Talk with Pops Van Zant, the comic related madness over there on Facebook. We do comic talk. We promote people's stuff, and I'm kind of sitting in for Varian because he ain't feeling up to it. So, as always, I got his back. We're here with Max.
My other
Yeah.
co-host.
Yep, I'm the co-hostess with the mostest. I'm Max DeVille. I operate Atrocity Press. We make comic books such as Mary Machine Gun, Human Hunters, Neo Tokyo, pretty much anything that your mom wouldn't want you reading. We make it.
It's awesome too.
He's being honest.
Jay.
Hey, Jay Morris from Eden Park Tales. It's my own independent publishing company. I focus mostly on fantasy and urban fantasy. I have a comic series, novels, an RPG I'm developing and in playtest with right now. I've been an art director for a couple of movies. I've done work for DC, Dynamite, a bunch of others. Usually as an artist, but I also moonlight as a writer.
Yeah.
Us writers never get any respect.
I know I'm my worst writer I work with. You know.
I demand it.
As much as you guys know how much I respect Mike Barron, you know I love the writers. Russell.
Hi, I'm Russell Nolte. I'm a USA Today best-selling author. I've written all of these and a bunch more stuff. Mostly do novels now, but I've done a lot of comics. People mostly know me from my editorial work on Cthulhu is Hard to Spell and my comic book Ichabod Jones Monster Hunter.
Nice.
All right, cool.
And another new face, Annabelle.
Hey guys, I'm Annabelle. I am a college filmmaker and I am the writer, director, and editor of a film called Best Bud, which is a female stoner comedy I'm in the process of making currently. And we're going to shoot in February, so that's coming up, which is exciting.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Awesome.
And yeah, you guys know me. I am your indie princess Lola. I am the EIC over at indievault.com. I help out with Liberty Distribution, co-publisher at Let's Call Comics.com, and publisher and owner for Shocker Comics.
In the middle of fulfillment of the book.
Lore, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I do graphic design and photography.
And that is awesome. We got an awesome crew tonight. Going on. So who we gonna dissect first, Max?
Just cut me open. Where the hell did that go?
Look, he can't find something.
Yeah.
It's working, Max. It's working. Right?
There it is.
I gotta change the background for Mike Jimmy.
Thank you. It was actually kind of spazzing me out a little bit too.
I love my GIF backgrounds.
I use them too, but I try to keep them low key.
Not me. Come on, I got all these RGB lights all around me and stuff.
Same background all the
I'm
time.
flashy.
The art on the wall changes, but same background all the time.
Does anyone have any news they want to talk about before we get into campaigns?
CromCon's coming up.
We opened up sign up yesterday for the final weekend of the month, like we always do, and it's filled. CromCon is booked from Friday night until Sunday night. We got stuff going on.
Awesome.
Open draw stream. We got ladies' night on Friday. We're doing a countdown for Reign of Ages on Friday night. It's gonna be a blast, man. January 28th through 30th. Come talk with Pops fans.
Sam Quentin.
That guy.
Super spy Sam Quentin.
Yeah, that guy.
I'm gonna have him on my show too.
He's making the rounds. He'll be everywhere.
Oh yeah, he's on my show. I thought he was coming on tonight. That's why he's in the description. But we got dates confused.
He was over there on Global Frequency earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was with Neff.
So we got shows, man. We just pass you guys around like a fatty. I want you to know that.
Pretty much.
I feel used.
Well, it's a good used.
So for Russell and Annabelle who don't know, I also do a weekly show called Monday Madness. I do special editions if Monday is not a good day for you. I do launch parties, countdowns, all that kind of stuff. We've got a Tuesday morning show, like they got a Thursday morning show that Lola and Randy, or Lola and Barry and Randy do. We just, we try to get you guys seen by as many people as possible.
Cool. I think I'm booked on your next Tuesday show too, so I'm excited for that.
My next Tuesday show?
Someone's next Tuesday show.
Probably me.
Yeah, that's for her Tuesday night. Indie Volt. That's
Indie Volt, yeah.
Mine's in the morning. It's called Tuesday Morning Brew, and it's just an open chill chat. We don't even. There's no topic or nothing. I realized that there was nobody out here on Tuesday mornings doing anything, and I watch more YouTube than I do network TV anymore. I watch all the shows of all the people I promote. If I'm not watching them, I'm definitely making sure everybody knows that they're on right now. I'm sure. Like I just shared this one out everywhere. This show is live. That's what I do. I promote, I network, I try to get as many eyes on what you guys do as possible. So, look, Annabelle's got fans out here. Cool.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna have a show. We're gonna talk about this ain't a one-time thing. That's what I'm trying to say. As soon as you come out on one of these shows, we're gonna pass you around like a fatty. You're gonna be on my show, Critical Blast. It's just gonna keep going. Okay.
Critical Blast is supposed to show up, but I don't know where he's at.
Who?
It's supposed to be here, and he's not here.
Who's supposed to be?
RJ's not here?
Yeah, he was supposed to be here, and he's not here.
I'm pretty sure he's live right now.
I asked him if he wanted to come on. He asked what time,
right
and he
now.
gave me a thumbs up.
Oh well, because he didn't have a guest, and then I think he got a guest, so he showed up. I don't know. That was an hour ago. He'll probably come out. He just might be a little late. He don't do the 2-hour streams. It usually lasts about an hour.
RJ just ended his own.
Yeah.
Pops, I'm gonna need you to bring up the campaigns if you could, because my computer's been acting funny.
Okay, let me see. Which one do you want first?
Whatever one you choose.
I have Jay Moore's. Let's see.
I don't have a campaign going on right now. I'm just talking about my RPG and my comic series.
All right. Let's start with Jay while I get things prepped for
other folks. Okay.
Now, first off, what kind of dice system do you using? Are you using D20 or do you got your own thing?
I created a new system. It's using strictly D10s.
So is it like
and depending on how powerful your ability is, you can roll up to 10 D10s at once.
Okay, nice. So it's
there'll be
like vampire
little like box sets of 10
cool
10 D10s.
So does it work like vampire where you have like certain levels of things that you add into it and then that gives you a dice?
Yeah. What you do is you buy the game is called Fae, and in it you are essentially play the monsters. It's modern day world. Monsters and fairies exist. Nobody knows they exist. And if they are found out, they are hunted down and slaughtered by their own kind. So there's a strong sneaking element to what you have to do in the game. But basically, you choose an affinity tree for your character. There's like 7 to pick from. There's the standard elements. There's plants. There's animals, and then there's glamour, which is illusion.
Yep.
Yeah, you need more D10s. Lots and lots of D10s. Nothing feels mightier than a fist full of dice and throwing them down to that table. Thunderous roar. So I've actually just started my second round of playtesting on the game. I've actually built a couple of modules. I've just recently introduced the game at a couple of late fall Comic-Cons. I think we've made somewhere in the vicinity of 1,000 characters. My mailing list has gotten obscene, like instantly. I had lines at my table just to write down their names on the mailing list at the last show.
Nice.
Which was incredible, except I can't read half their handwriting. So a lot of the mailing list emails are just like, oh, well, but the game itself is, I designed it so that you can have people that have never played an RPG before just kind of sit down and figure it out pretty quickly.
I tried playing D&D, and yeah, it
D&D
wasn't
gets
working.
very complicated, very fast.
I bought it, and my husband was like, yeah, I'm going to teach you. Let's do this. And yeah, no, it didn't work out too good.
You just roll a d20 and add or subtract numbers.
No. I'll
Which
stick to
edition?
my...
No,
I don't
Max,
remember.
It takes a really good dungeon master, whatever you want to call it. It takes somebody that's really good at running a game to make a really good game.
Right.
Yep.
Make a fun game.
So what I had realized, and I'm obviously right now I'm the game master for these games, but I have a comic series called Autumn Gray, and that's where I created this whole world. I created this whole hierarchy of fey creatures and their own world, and so I created this whole world, and I did not have the time, being the writer, the artist, and the promoter for the project all on my own. Like, I did not have the time to write all these stories as comic stories. I'm sure all of you that have worked in comics know that it takes a lot longer to tell a detailed story. Hey, look, it's my playtesting sign. That was actually inked by Rusty Gilligan. And then these are a couple of the different creatures you can run into in the woods. This is all artwork by me. The first one with the gnomes was inked by Rusty Gilligan. I think some of you know who he is.
I do love me some Rusty Gilligan.
Oh yeah, you need your tetanus shot of Rusty Gilligan.
It's like he sent my grandson a whole bunch of signed cards and
oh yeah, I have a shelf of Rusty Gilligan signed cards, half of which I worked on with him. So
I think this Medusa character is me when I'm pissed off.
there you go. So this image here, these are all the playable races at the beginning of the game that you can pick from.
Yeah, Medusa is definitely me. She's got the boobs and she's got the attitude.
And you don't have to worry about shaving your snakes on the side of your head.
Yeah.
But so where was I on it? So I created this world and I wanted to tell lots of other stories. I didn't have enough time in my life to be able to work on my own projects and tell all of them. So I figured a great way to do it was to create modules for a game system based on this world. And it just kind of took off like a cyclone. About a year ago, I started developing the game system. I started some play testing with family and friends, and I was shocked how easy it was to play. But if you're a hardcore gamer, how you can really tweak it and like kind of custom. It's very customizable. I always thought character creation was the most fun part of any RPG, and I really tried to create something where you have a huge spectrum. I took every superhero I could possibly think of and every single one that other people could possibly think of and checked to see if there was a way you could make a character that had the exact abilities of every single superhero. And there is. There's ways of mixing different abilities so it behaves the same way as something. So I just had a lot of fun creating this highly customizable game system. It doesn't focus as heavy on combat as D&D. There are a lot of get out of jail free type of abilities when you run into a situation. And a lot of times in combat, especially when you're dealing with more powerful things, you can be squashed awfully fast. So it's not like D&D where you can hit each other for a couple hours and somebody's going to drop.
I like games where combat has real repercussions in character death.
So my crit charts in this game, if you hit a crit, it can go good or bad. You officially hit like the lucky number when you roll, and then you have to roll on a chart. And if you roll low, anything from 5 and lower, you go to the bad side. And then on the 6 and higher, you go into the good side. So, you roll a crit. It's never like, all right, here we go. And I'm going to destroy them. It's like, well, I'm either going to destroy them or I'm about to destroy myself.
Yes, Mike Jimmy. Backer Shots is coming back next Saturday. And he is starting it off with me.
Lola, my friend Chris told me to let you know that shirt will be available in the store.
Awesome.
Real soon, just for you. You watch.
I gotta wait till I get some funds, but I'm getting it.
Yeah, he said he will add it to the merch list. So
there's bag 1 of dice.
There you go. I have I bought
these are all nothing but D6s because I'm a Shadowrun player.
I have a Amazon box filled to the top with nothing but D10s.
I bet.
And speaking of shirts, guys, if you want me to wear your logo on a shirt, on a pin, on a hat, on a keychain, whatever, send it to me. I will wear it. Free promotion on my stream.
Product placement.
It's product placement, yes.
What size t-shirt do you need?
Like this.
If
it's a t-shirt, it needs to be like a 2X because
I
of my
was
chest.
going to say because you got your mammary glands that are quite large.
They keep growing, yeah. So 2 to 3X if it's a t-shirt. If it's a tank top, like a XL.
Oh, because the guys watching the show told me that I should be sending you anything like a medium.
I can fit into some mediums. I do have some medium shirts, but my boobs go like this.
You're welcome.
And yes, that's how we do it around here. Look, we're trying to have fun, right? We're gonna have fun.
I'm not ashamed of my boobs. People try to make me ashamed, but
I know.
No.
Why would you? Why would you be? It doesn't make any sense.
We're gonna have fun.
Because they keep growing. For those who don't know, I have a medical disorder where my boobs do not stop growing. So they go up 1 to 2 sizes every year.
Am I the only one that just thought of the movie All the Questions About Sex You're Afraid to Ask, or where the giant boob, where they had to catch it in a bra?
No, man. I actually knew this, but it's just people have to overcome a lot of people have their own personal battles they have to overcome, and Lola has a great
attitude
about her assets. She has a great attitude about her assets. She doesn't. A lot of people do go at her stupid. It's like, man, you don't know nothing. Shut up.
No, and I have to wear low-cut shirts because comfortability. If I wear a shirt that goes up to here, it chokes me.
You okay, Max?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh man, that's good stuff. So, Jay, are we going to do a beta test of the game? Do you got some people lined up to go play it? Do you play it right now?
My new round of beta testing. I have 2 different groups, one remote, one in person, alternating weeks, starting this weekend. With the new revamped after we punched some holes in the system last time. I'm hoping to have the book completed by spring, by the first wave of Comic-Cons, so I can start promoting it with a Kickstarter. I'm doing most of the artwork. Rusty Gilligan's doing a bunch of the artwork, and Jim Lawson. From
First wave of Comic-Cons. Comic-Con starts this weekend.
Yeah, the cramped CromCon is coming
No,
right up.
that's not till the end of the month. That's
New Orleans.
I have a couple of big shows that I always have pretty big followings at that start in April. So my real goal is to have at least the Kickstarter going by April.
Yeah.
I already have tables booked where I'm going to have hour-long sessions of gaming going on. There'll
Where
be
are
1 hour
you from?
there, 1 hour at my table, 1 hour there, 1 hour at my table.
What part of the country you con around?
I'm usually in New England, although I've been expanding over the last couple of years.
Okay.
Not just the stomach, but the I've been traveling a little further, except things shut down a couple of years back. If you guys hadn't noticed, there was this little pandemic thing that
That's
Oh, I'm
why-
still
that's
it's so
recovering.
over, totally over right now. So
I'm still recovering from COVID. I still don't have my taste back 100%, my smell.
no,
I still get nauseous, dizzy, all that good stuff.
And if you didn't know, that's the only reason CromCon came into existence was because COVID.
I remember you talking about the first time you were doing it. Yeah.
Yep.
That was why, because Emerald City went down.
Hmm.
And I had this little group with a whole bunch of creatives in it that were going, "Oh shit, what am I gonna do?"
Yeah, so
You know?
I'm usually in New England. I've done some New Jersey. I might be traveling down to the Carolinas for a show, kind of going where I know people that can house me. They travel.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with saving on expenses, man.
No.
No.
That's the oldest school thing in the world.
Aren't
Going to
the
Comic
hotel
Con, staying at
accommodations
people's
a tax
houses.
write-off, though?
Yep. I'm sorry, what?
Aren't the hotel accommodations a tax write-off?
They are.
They are,
Yes.
and the fact that I'm talking about my work at dinner is also a tax write-off.
Yep.
Yeah, man, go live it up at that hotel.
Any comic book you buy,
Yeah.
any comic book, any game, any movie,
Yep.
that all
Yep.
can be tax write-offs for I forgot what, research and development.
Yeah, entertainment companies, it's opposition and research and development.
Cool. I'm writing all this shit up.
Market
any-
research.
Everything. Mike.
So let's get into Russell's campaign now.
Yeah. All right. Let me get that one up. I had the other one up actually. But I can
Did you? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, do whatever one you have.
I want because Russell is funded and this one is not. I wanted to go after this one.
All right, do it.
I want to get this one funded because I want to see this movie.
Yeah, I want to talk to you, Annabelle. I'm gonna message you probably tomorrow about your movie.
Okay,
I'll
cool.
be right back.
Cause Indie Vault, we have a Roku channel where we help promote independent films, movies, TV shows, all that kind of stuff. So if you're ever looking for a place to
Cool.
put your film, we'll
Okay, awesome,
happily
yeah.
put it there. It's all over the world. We get viewers, so
So you got to pull it up. I got it in the backstage.
yeah, I'm doing it. Hold on. Told you my computer's acting up.
Ah, it won't even let you do that, huh?
No, I gotta get another external and just clean off my computer completely and figure out what's going on with it. Cause I got an expensive gaming computer and something's wrong with it.
Mm.
You're controlling it.
Okay. Well, what do we want to play
Is
the
it my
video?
turn?
Do you want to scroll through it? What do you want to do?
I can talk
Let's-
about it. Yeah. So this is my baby. It's my creation, Best Bud. And just like a simple overview sentence about what it's about. When her extravagant bestie arrives to a goddess party uninvited to smoke up, the affable Olivia teams up with her best bud to survive the toxic party. So it takes place at a goddess party, which like kind of this new thing where it's a party of all women who like celebrate womanhood, and it can be done for like a birthday party or after like a breakup or a divorce or something. But But that is where my party takes place, and I have an all-female cast and a female-dominated crew as well. Because one of my main messages with this movie is I want to get across that girls can be stoners too. There's not a lot of female stoner comedies out there. One of my biggest inspirations is Seth Rogen, and I love his movies. And when I was going through the stoner comedy genre, there was only like one stoner comedy that had a female lead. And it's called Smiley Face with Anna Faris. I think that.
Okay,
Like
I'm gonna give you some stuff to watch real quick. Watch
Yeah.
Watch Weeds on Showtime.
Oh, I love
yeah.
Weeds. And do Broad City. Yeah.
Disjointed.
Yeah.
I just started Disjointed. Yeah. I just started that show.
Stoners out there, baby. We love them all. Definitely.
And I love Broad City, which has female stoners. That's like one of my favorite TV shows.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I see you only have 8 days to go.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
I hope you fund. I wish you all the best. But if you do not fund, are you still putting it out?
Yes. This movie is going to get made no matter what. Obviously, this money would be helpful. It's very helpful because like it's all getting used to secure our locations, pay our actresses, feed our cast and crew. It's definitely money that we need, but we do have some contingency plans and backup plans to operate on a smaller budget.
Okay.
But yeah, we're prepared, but we are still hopeful.
Yeah, because I want to see it.
Yeah, no matter what, it is coming out. Partially because it is part of my grade for college, so I will be graduating
I know
in the spring.
I graduate in June.
Oh, congrats! Me too.
Yeah, I'm going for photography and graphic design.
Very nice. Yeah, I'm a film major. I go to SCAD, Savannah College of Art and Design in Atlanta.
I'm online, but I go to Southern New Hampshire University. So when I graduate, I'll be going to New Hampshire to walk with my class.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
But anyways, back to your awesome project.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like reading through the different tiers. This is, I mean, I'm a comic book guy. Okay, so this is kind of different for me looking at a film Kickstarter. But I'm looking at it with how can I make it better? Because that's what that's what I do, right? How can I improve on this? Make this campaign look better?
We had one on last night. You missed. It was a guy that we had on last night.
Yeah, well, I had Joe Sontag on last night.
I know.
I had to do my own show.
We had Emmy award-winning person on that worked on the film on too.
Nice. Yeah. All right. So let's look at the video real quick, and then you can carry
That's
on.
where Annabelle's headed. She's gonna get an Emmy for it.
All right. I gotta mute myself and all this.
You know, I started this project with such high hope. Best Bud is all about overcoming the typical stoner stereotype. I want to break free from the traditionally male-dominated genre of stoner comedies by featuring 2 strong women at the forefront of my film. I also wanted as many women behind the camera as possible, which is why I surrounded myself with a female-dominated crew who I knew would work hard and that I could trust. I think that because someone could so in my favor. I have looked everywhere and have come to the conclusion that only 1 of 4 people could have taken it from me. I need to find the truth. And more importantly, my writer.
Name and occupation, please.
Grace Brass. I'm the production designer.
Sophia Snyder, producer.
Amaya Proctor, co-producer.
You know who I am, Annabelle.
It's for the record, Will.
Fine. Will Gehring, cinematographer.
Why'd you want to work on my film, huh? To steal my lighter?
As soon as you started talking to me about the film, I could really see your passion for creating. And I could tell in the early writing stages that Best Bud specifically had great potential.
I really believe in this film's main theme of quality over quantity.
I'm friends with you, for starters, and we make beautiful, wonderful, amazing movies together, and I know this is probably going to be the best one yet.
I heard there was going to be free weed on set.
Well, if you're as invested as you say you are, what are you most excited for about the project?
What does this have to do with your lighter?
I'm most excited for when we go into production, we get to see all of our prep work finally come together.
I'm excited to work on a coming-of-age film, especially dealing with a topic that I'm an advocate for.
Overall, I'm excited for the next stages of this production. I've had a lot of fun getting everyone ready in our crew, and I'm ready to dive deep into the next stages of Best Buds with them.
We've been working on this for like 2 years, Annabelle. Why do I need to explain myself?
You know, after all of this, I'm nowhere closer to figuring out who stole my weed. Lighter. Oh, okay. Now that I found it, we can get down to what this video was really supposed to be about. As you can see, my crew members really care about this project. But in order for it to come to fruition, we need your help to rent our locations, feed our crew, and fund our production design to create Izzy and Olivia's world. Whether you can financially contribute or just spread the word, we appreciate any and all support. Thank you so much for backing our project, Best Bud.
Oh, I like that. I'm back.
Yeah, looks good.
I am back in that.
Annabelle, question
Yes.
for you. Do you have this on like Indiegogo or something like that as well?
We do not. We were only allowed to create one kind of campaign for it.
Okay. Because something like that, if you didn't meet your goal, you could have kept the money for the filming, since you're making the film
Right.
anyway.
I know what you mean. I know Kickstarter is kind of annoying because it is all or nothing, but we just thought it was our best option at the time with how everything was set up and
Yeah,
kind of, like,
it's set up the
stuff
best.
we recommend. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it now. I'm gonna have to throw some money at it.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that was a lot of my crew.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad you said you're gonna make it happen anyway. Okay, because I want to see it now. So I will contribute to making sure that a copy of that rolls over my way.
Yes, it will be complete by June, so that's exciting.
And I love that you use the most
One
stolen
second,
item
Pops.
in the world.
One second, Pop. I totally forgot about somebody. Scott, can you have Mitch message me, please? I totally forgot to send him a link to the stream. They're not supposed to be in the Google Meet room.
No, this is a StreamYard. This is a StreamYard, bro. I don't know what happened to RJ either.
I messaged him too. But anyways, go ahead, Pops, while I figure this out.
Well, I was just, like I said, I want to see this now. It's like, and when she said she's going to make sure that they're doing it anyway, I was like, okay, I can throw some money at it. I know I'm going to get to see it. That's, I love those kind of movies.
I've never heard of a goddess party, but it sounds like a nice place for a whole lot of drama.
Yeah, I thought originally it was a birthday party, and I was like, this is fun and all, but how can I make it even better? And something about a goddess party is so funny to me, and it's filled with stupid activities like affirmation talks and like meditation and just a lot of great comedic opportunities.
Well, I like how you introduced the rest of your people too with the interrogation over the most stolen item in the history of America. A lighter. Right? And then,
I know, because we're always losing lighters.
There's only one guy that stole a lighter. Everyone else is just trying to get theirs back.
But you know what I'm saying? I like the way you just kind of used that as something to draw people in, even though the lighter's really not related to the story. It was
right.
creative.
Yeah,
It was a creative way to introduce your cast It was. I liked
Thank
it.
you.
Okay. You know.
I appreciate it. We spent a while coming up. It was a kind of hard too because this happened when we're all in different locations, so we couldn't really film anything together. So we tried to come up with an idea that would work across like multiple locations, which is how we came up with the whole interrogation thing.
And we've been joined by Mr. R.J. Carter from Critical Blast.
And the beard. And the beard.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he
brought
looks
the beard
more
with
like
me.
Marmalade every day, doesn't he?
Oh, no. I had a long running show, and then I had an after show, and Marmalade was part of it. But you know, Marmalade's got the better hair color. You better believe I do.
Scott, I just sent an email with the link. So
Hi,
the
Marmalade. I
link
ain't
is
seen
the
you in a while,
email.
bro. How you doing?
Who's the scary guy?
Hey, what's up?
That's cool. You didn't tell me there were going to be no puppets here.
I didn't
What?
know.
There's puppets here? Where?
The third guy there.
Oh, yeah.
What's his name? What's your name? He
His
doesn't
name
talk
over
much,
there?
does he?
That guy?
Yeah, him.
That guy over
right
there?
there.
Who are you talking about? Me? Or that guy?
This has turned into the Muppet Show.
Talking about that guy down
Quick.
there.
We need Statler and Waldorf.
Who are they?
You're too young to know.
Pops can haggle us from the balcony over there. There we go.
Hey, it's gone.
Rom
Nice
is not
gone.
staying out of this. He's gonna have to be in this too.
I don't have anything. Not by me. I got my boobs.
Where's my darling? He's home.
Okay.
He got those.
I know, but you're only 9. You're not old enough for this show.
Crom don't care. Crom don't care.
Now make him talk, and that's the other half of the equation there. Now, that's a cool looking puppet, man.
Oh, thanks. He was supposed to talk with me when I did my spiel, but I forgot he was there. Sorry, buddy.
Is there a backstory? I mean, is he?
He's one of the characters from my comic series, which is sneaking into my RPG. But
because I was going to say he doesn't look like you went out in Amazon and looked around puppets and found one that you liked. He's
he's one of my original characters.
Sweet.
Thanks.
I used to have for Last Call Comics. We have Gnome as our mascot named Tipsy, and I made plushies, but we're sold out of those, so I don't have anything right now.
That's a good thing.
I used to have the not a wooden one, but a plastic ventriloquist dummy when I was in junior high, and learned how to do ventriloquism with that for a couple of years. But boy, those things are expensive now.
I got the plastic Howdy Doody doll hanging right up there.
Yeah, well, I can get them with like the pull string, but that's just impossible to really work with because it doesn't open the mouth that much.
Yeah.
Mine had a hollow chest cavity with a cylinder and a trigger in it, and the mouth opened real wide.
Oh, that'd be good.
Well, this guy here goes to Comic-Cons with me. He photo bombs all weekend long. He'll have very crass interviews with celebrities, sometimes pissing them off. It's amazing how much more you can get away with saying when you have a puppet saying it instead of yourself.
Yes, this is true. That's why Marmalade's channel does so well.
But Marmalade's only 9, so he has to be nice to everybody. It doesn't work, RJ.
Well, you got to remember, he always asks if he's old enough to read this comic,
Yeah.
or if he has to hide it under the bed with his vampirellas.
Simon would be very happy to come hang out with Marmalade on the podcast or something. If you
We'll set it up. We'll make it happen.
Awesome.
Again, Scott, I am truly sorry. I've never done that before. I did send you an email, so let's talk, and yeah, you have a great night as well.
Oh, we'll get him. After he's done with your show, we'll get him on my show. We'll get him, pass him around. You know what to do. You know what to do.
Yeah, I just feel bad because I've never forgot somebody before.
Now, I just dropped the link for Annabelle's Kickstarter in the chat. You guys, go drop a buck. Go drop a few bucks on this, man. Make sure this happens.
A couple grand. Come on, do it.
There are some great.
I've already shared it on Twitter, on my Facebook. I'll be sharing it.
Yeah, and there
I
were some
appreciate
great
it so
tiers
much,
too. I mean,
guys.
the social media shout out for $30. You know, there's some good stuff here, man. A Zoom Q&A with the director. You got a credits page or be mentioned in the credits. There's
I just watched it scroll up some more. It's at 39.53 now.
I just backed it.
There you go.
That's what I'm talking about. All y'all go contribute. I want to see this movie, and you know, hey,
I want to see it, and I want to get it on the Indie Vault channel.
There you go.
Hell yeah, me too.
That's how we do it, yo.
I just want to see a goddess party.
See, when I think of goddess parties, like
I don't think you're allowed, Max.
yeah, when I think of goddess parties,
that's why I want to see it. Because
no, he's
like,
allowed. He just has to stand on the side with the palm frond. You know,
he identifies as a goddess temporarily.
Yeah.
Temporarily.
When I think of a goddess party, I think of the women's only sex parties that they have. Where they, when people come, when a seller comes, a company comes over, and all the females get around, and
you're not talking us out of wanting to see this.
They sell the
no,
it's toys.
Like, where is this not a selling point?
What's that stuff called? Pure romance?
Yeah, pure romance, yes. Yes.
Oh, I'm so glad Marmalade went to bed. Danny's in the chat.
You bet, Angie. That's what we do. We promote. What is Danny doing here?
Is Danny a troll?
No. There can't be no Danny here.
F Danny.
I don't know who Danny is.
He's the hat. F Danny hat. That's Danny. He's in the chat.
No. Well, hi, Danny.
He's a bad puppet. He's a bad puppet. All right. I'm serious, y'all. Marmalade, stay away from Danny.
He's Danny. He's Danny. He's Danny. Yeah, it's a horrible video. It gets in your head.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to see it now.
He does an anti-drug video with some guy who has his hand up his butt, and it's a rap song, and it's horrible.
It's horrible.
You gotta send me a link to it.
See, he even said, he's sorry, Mr. Van Zandt, can't support that Kickstarter because the movie is about drug use. Hey, dude, Danny, F Danny. Danny.
What's the legal status of marijuana in Georgia?
I don't live in Georgia.
Well, Annabelle goes to bed.
What's the legal status in Georgia?
Yeah, the legal status of marijuana in Georgia.
Oh, it's illegal.
Like all around illegal? Like there's no they don't even have medical?
See, it's all legal here. I'm in Michigan.
Nice. I'm
apparently
originally
all
from
legal in
New
Arkansas.
Jersey.
Okay.
New Jersey
And
got it legal.
Yeah, they just started legalizing it. But down here it's not.
New York jumped right on that because they're like, we're not letting New Jersey do something that we're not going to be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, now they're the followers.
I hope it's legal in Arkansas because, you know, I went into the kitchen about 6 months ago to make coffee in the morning, and my roommate had a pot on the
Danny's
table.
nice to me. Thank you.
And the pot was growing something, but the label said blueberry. I'm like, ain't gonna be no blueberries coming off of that thing. But it was apparently flavor or brand or breed or something.
The strain.
Yeah, okay. The strain. She had two of them. Said it was a female and a male. So.
Oh, you want to keep them separated.
Yeah, you do.
Take that male plant and just throw it in the trash.
Yep. It will kill the female.
Or you'll end up with a bunch of seeds.
Yeah.
I think that's what they were. I think that's what she was shooting for.
Oh, she's trying to cross pollinate. I would say, if it was me, I'd grow the female and then I'd just clone it.
Yep.
Y'all know way too much about this.
But I'm lazy.
Danny, drugs are not grown. They are pharmaceutical. They are I get it. Drugs suck, but weed is good. You suck because you think weed is a drug.
Guys, here's some info for me.
Get out of here.
There's my link tree if you want to follow me everywhere, and a link to my wish list if you want to buy me something.
Speaking of that wish list,
I added more to it.
Never mind about adding more to it. Did anything get delivered from it?
Not yet.
Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna go.
Okay, you just made him mad.
I'm sorry, RJ.
He's gonna have to go get on Amazon's case now.
We're track package. Look at the order placed December 28th. Track package.
My birthday.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember when you were in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So I just clicked on it. You know what the page said? Can I share the page?
Yeah, if you want.
Danny, how do you know what an honest, hard day work teaching children to draw is like? All you do is sit there with somebody's hand up your butt. You're a puppet. You don't know nothing about
Your
it.
package may be lost.
Get the.
Well, just get a refund and try to reorder it.
I will do that. That sucks.
I've never seen that. I've seen that
before.
You know what happened.
They refunded the money, and then 2 days later, the package
Showed
showed
up.
up, and they said,
Yep.
just keep it.
I've had that happen with Sticker Mule before, and I end up, with like 2 sets of labels and stuff. I'm like, cool, keep doing this.
Yeah, exactly. Please screw up again. Thank you. So, Annabelle, who are your main characters, and what are their motivations for the being marijuana aficionados?
Our main character, are the best friends are named Olivia and Izzy. And Olivia was the one who was invited to the goddess party, which is thrown by Megan, like Megan, but a lot more pretentious. And she's like the rich bitch character. So her name is Megan, and she's throwing this goddess party for herself. And she invites Olivia, but not Izzy. And Izzy shows up uninvited because she just bought some weed and she needs $50 more to pay off the dealer. So Olivia goes around this party trying to hide Izzy from Megan and the other girls at the party. But eventually, nothing gets past Megan's watchful eyes for too long. So she eventually finds Izzy and kicks her out. And then Olivia has like this moment of realization that she would rather be with her true best friend outside of this party than stick around and be with a bunch of losers. Also, that's where the weed is, outside.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's all about quality over quantity, friendship, weed, all the good stuff.
So it's not just taking place at this party. It's actually the party's just the impetus for the beginning of it. Also, the beginning, first act, and then.
Yeah, I mean the entire story is set place at the party, but it's like going back and forth between these activities that are happening at the party and her trying to hide Izzy, the friend, away from everybody else. So like some fun and games there, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was more like what's the two guys that went to Guantanamo Bay. What's the name of the
Harold and Kumar.
Harold and Kumar, yeah.
Harold and Kumar.
I didn't know if it was like that where they're kind of out in the city doing things, or
Right. No, we're a little smaller set, trying to work with one location, and as much as I could do there. But I love that movie. I would love to do a road trip weed movie. That's one of my favorite.
You go to the White Castle, like original building.
Yeah.
I like Neil Patrick Harris's character was just fucking fantastic. He's just like,
It's
I'm on
hysterical.
mushrooms.
y'all talking Harold and Kumar, and I know Pops and I are sitting here thinking, yeah, Cheech and Chong.
Cheech and Chong, yeah, that's
I
what I was
the
thinking too.
And I'm not even thinking the movies. I'm thinking the albums.
The albums.
Dave's not here.
There is so
Sergeant
much.
Stadinko.
There's
Sergeant
like 7
Stadinko.
different albums, man. They had so much funny stuff, dude, that nobody has ever even heard lately. You know what I mean? Like Santa Claus.
Yeah.
You know, the story of Santa Claus.
The one about his pop bottles and his bologna. my pop bottles, man. It's my last piece of bologna.
No, not that Santa Claus, man. He did not play with them, man. I jammed with that dude, man. Cheech and Chong was the best, man. They set the stage for all that.
Yep, they were the They were the original stoner comedy that broke through and kind of had a mainstream popularity.
That's what Danny does, Mike Jimmy. He comes into the chat and he tries to disrupt everything with stuff that's no fun. We're having fun, Danny. Talking about movies with weed in them. We're having fun.
I think my favorite stoner comedy still has to be Half Baked.
Yeah, I happen to have that one right over there. So I don't have a lot of DVDs, but I have that one. You know,
I mean, when that Scarface is just fuck you, fuck you.
Would you consider Bill and Ted a stoner movie? They don't smoke at all in it, but they clearly are stoned through that movie.
I think so.
If we're going to go with that, then I'll go with all the Scooby-Doo cartoons.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah.
I have to agree on the Bill and Ted only because I've been drawn with Bill and Ted.
One of my
Shaggy
favorites
always
is
had the munchies.
I like the Big Lebowski a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the little video of the meme of the guy that he's like a Greek Orthodox priest baptizing baby or something like that, and he like keeps flipping him around and dunking him in the thing.
Yeah.
And then it's like, where's the money, Lebowski? Where's the money, Lebowski?
Hey, Pops, can you bring up Russell? Because he's got to leave.
Right now. Right now. I was just thinking that we need to. And that one just went up too while I was watching. So we haven't even got it up here yet. And people are already throwing money at it. Russell?
And I appreciate every dollar.
There it is. I just watched it jump a backer when I pulled it up. So
a little bit different than a stoner comedy.
Yeah, but still right up my alley.
Yeah. I like dragons.
I mean, who doesn't like dragons? So this is my 30th book or something that I've written. A lot of the work that I've done in the past has had dragons in it, but they've always been side characters or ancillary characters. So this is the first series that I've done that like dragons are front and center. And I think the thing that's different from this is the main character is a dragon sacrifice. So she's been groomed her whole life to die basically when she turns 15. And the whole town has agreed that she's going to die and no one is helping her. And you spend the last day of her life with her until she gets to the dragon's den. And then basically everything changes after that. And she ends up changing the whole world. So a lot of my work is about empowering the main characters, like people who are powerless, becoming very important and integral to the fate of the universe and destiny and gods and the cosmos.
Well, here's an important question. How do dragons work in your thing? Are they intelligent creatures? Do they speak? Do they have magic? Or are they more lizard brained and they're just like a dinosaur type creature? Or
they're very much like Smaug. So intelligent, with magic, very powerful, the most powerful beings in the world. So 100 years ago, the dragons joined forces with humans to expel the gods from the world. And so they created a barrier around the world. But what happened is that 11 dragons that remained after the war became the most powerful creatures. And they are so much more powerful than humans that they kind of control everything. And
they basically took on the role of God.
Exactly. It's allegorical to society as a whole.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they saw power vacuum and now they are the gods and they rule. They all kind of have little perches and caves around the world. So one of them is in the capital. There's one that controls a big prison. There's one that controls a university. And they kind of, wherever these gods are, these dragons are the seats of power of the whole world. But this one dragon, Ewig, chose to not be around his siblings and make his lair in this volcano at kind of the edge of the world. And so she is the dragon sacrifice to this to this dragon, who is like kind of the black sheep of his whole family.
Nice.
Yeah, I love dragons, as I mentioned, and I mean, there's a big like twist in after she gets to the dragon's lair that I don't want to give away, but it kind of changes what you would think a dragon would do in that situation.
It's always hard to talk about your story without spoiling something, especially
Yeah.
when it happens early.
Yeah, it happens early in the book, so I'm not sure like how much of a spoiler it is, but I don't necessarily want to give it away. But it's kind of integral to talking about the story too.
You don't mind if I blow your horn a little bit, do you?
Go for it.
I'm looking at this and it says 20 created and 631 backed. That's a super backer, y'all. That guy down there backs a lot of stuff. Cool dude.
Yeah, I back about 100 a year, at least.
Nice.
Look at that. That's amazing.
So you've got all these books created, and you've written a lot about dragons. So are your worlds interconnected, or is it just? It's all just kind of like each series is its own.
Yeah, each series
universe.
is its own thing. Except this series has a trilogy that is coming next year that is connected, but from a different character's perspective. But yes, so the Godsverse Chronicles is my biggest universe. It is 11 books and 3 graphic novels, and then the next below that,
some Bulgarian shit right there.
Yeah,
11 books. That's a
it's
lot of books.
Well, and then I have a book called the Obsidian Spindle Saga, which is 12 books. That's going to be coming out over the next couple of years. And then I have Ichabod Jones Monster Hunter, which is 4 graphic novels. So I try and do fantasy readers tend to love like big chunky series. So while this is only 3 books, I try to give fantasy readers what they want. And my two biggest series, the Godsverse Chronicles especially, like takes place on different planets in different universes. They go back in time. They take on titans and gods and become gods and destroy worlds and make worlds and save everything, and everything gets destroyed over and over again. Kind of in the book, they're really fun, like epic fantasy, but like God cosmos spanning a high fantasy. And we're actually working on a RPG. Knock on wood. Should be closing a deal on it in the near future to start prepping on it for one of the pieces of the Godsverse.
Nice. Yeah, I like big long series. That's why I said the Bulgarian. It's one of my favorite authors is David Eddings.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
he wrote the Bulgarian and the Malorian. Those are both like 8 or 9 books long. And then he did a few trilogies.
Yep.
The Sparhawk trilogies.
Yeah, my books used to be like standalones, but my wife loves long series, so I kind of started writing longer series to satisfy her like long series desires. And I was
because you also get an in-house editor a little bit.
Well, and I know she loves all the books that I'm trying to get the audience for. So like, I'm like, are you satisfied yet? And she's like, not yet. I'm like, all right. And so when she was satisfied, I was like, okay, this is a probably long enough series now.
Yep.
Yeah, you can see. So far, this is the release of just the Godsverse. There's 4 more coming this year. That's the Obsidian Spindle Saga. There's 8 more coming of those, and then there's 1 more of Ichabod, which is right here. And then Pixie Dust, Katrina Hates the Dead, and Black Market Heroine are all stories set in the Godsverse Chronicles, which is this series right here.
Don't say Black Market Heroine. You're going
I was going to say Black Market Heroine. That's awesome.
So I had this idea for this.
The wordplay is great.
I had this idea for the name of this series like
that looks awesome.
2 years ago, and I couldn't believe that it wasn't a book already because it's like Black Market Heroine. It's perfect. She's a black market like magic dealer.
Very nice. Very nice. I like that. That plays out well. What's up, Brian Christow in the chat? What's happening?
Now, what would you say the age range is for your books?
That all depends on the series. This particular series should be all ages appropriate, though there is some sex that happens off camera. The Godsverse Chronicles is more PG-13. And so is Obsidian Spindle Saga. But depending on whether you care about sex or violence, I would say these books, the Ichabod books, are mature because they are very, 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 very violent. But none of my books have like sex or nudity in them.
Yeah, the only thing I care about is the sex. My son's 11 and he loves to read chapter books.
Yeah, they are. If you like action adventure, I would recommend the Godsverse Chronicles. They're all very, very fast paced. Yeah, I mean, as long as you don't care about violence, like all of my books are appropriate because I don't do any on-screen sex or nudity in any of my work.
I'll message you about it.
Sure.
I put all sorts of nudity in my books.
Oh, I know.
Interior pages from Godverse.
Actually, there's not that much nudity in any of my books. Well, that's a lie.
I was going to say I've read them.
All right. So this is like our manga inspired book. It's also part of our new book that's coming out later this year called "And Magic Followed Behind Her." So it's very much like a manga inspired all ages kind of book with a little more violence. Then this book has considerably more violence. Katrina hates dead shit. You can kind of tell from the cover. And then this one's kind of in between those two. Pixie Dust. It's about a pixie who comes back from the dead to seek revenge on the king that killed her. And her body is rotting. So throughout the book, you actually see her like decomposing as she's trying to complete the challenge.
That's pretty cool.
Nice. Now, Jay, I know you have to get out of here.
Yeah, I do. Russell, I just wanted to say, like, I always find it fascinating. I watch your media blitzes and your in the way you roll in and out with your promotions and stuff on Kickstarter. I'm always fascinated by it, and I feel like I could never duplicate it. I just don't have the time. But I'm like one of those wallflowers that watches. Like I read all the emails I get from you, every day. and I find your promotion stuff extremely fascinating, and I've read that opening chapter from your Dragon Saga probably 4 times now. So,
oh, wait, good. And you reread it, or like I kept sending you email?
Well, I started reading like, wait, I've read this. Wait, and then the third time, like, all right, I'm gonna see if I can pick up a smell of what happens after this from reading that. It's that kind of thing. It's like when you watch the trailer too many times, trying to spoil the movie for yourself a little bit.
Yeah, no, I mean, I love that. I love when people reread it. So thank you. It was exciting to be on camera with you finally because we've known each other for so long.
Yeah, we've only talked via instant messenger, I think.
Yeah. So this is nice. This is one of my favorite parts of doing these things because you're like, oh, I know you. I was like looking everyone up. I was like, Jay, I know him, right? And I was like, yes, I do know him. Yeah. And I'm super excited. I looked up the Fae RPG before we got started.
Yeah, I would love
it. Looks awesome.
So chit chat with you about your RPG and stuff. I have to get going, everybody. I'm sorry. The movie looks awesome. About the Annabelle movie. I'm going to throw some money that way. Hope it makes it. Russell, I will talk to you soon. I would love to talk to you about your RPG process. I might actually be able to give you a little insight on designing that on that side of things.
I would love to have more insight because it's kind of a brand. I listen to a lot of actual play podcasts. It's my favorite thing to listen to.
Yeah, that's what I officially have in the background all the time now. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, cool. Well, let's talk. I don't want to keep you, but it's great seeing you. And
nice to see you too. And everyone else, thank you very much.
Good seeing you, Joe.
For coming on.
And I'll see y'all. I'm sure I'll get passed around some more. Pops, if you got any space in there, just send me a shout out, okay?
I got you, man.
All right, thank you guys.
You bet.
Peace.
I'm gonna have to take off too. I got a deadline I got to hit. So thank you for inviting. I got shit to do, so it's not going to get done without me.
Well, where can everybody find you, RJ?
CriticalBlast.com, Twitter /Critical Blast, YouTube /Critical Blast. We're Critical Blast. So
Annabelle, you want to get on his show too. You want to get on RJ's show too, okay?
Glad to have you on.
He has a
Talk to you later. Good night.
website, newsletter, all that kind of stuff. So
Perfect. Yeah, I'll reach out to him.
you have to join the Comic Related Madness on Facebook.
Okay, that's a good note. I will.
That's where everything I do originates out of, and that's basically how I met everybody here.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I know you guys got a big community.
Yeah, well, we're trying to make it bigger and bigger and bigger all the time. We are. I mean, that's the goal. Get as many eyes on what you do as possible. So
Right.
I'm gonna back your project. I can't not wait.
Thank you
to
so
see
much.
This. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I love stuff like that. That's outside the box.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna get with you and message you tomorrow about it.
Perfect.
So, was you like for your class? You were required only to do one crowdfunding.
Yeah, so I'm a senior, so we all have to do like a senior capstone, they call it, like a thesis project, basically.
That's what I have to
and
do.
You can choose if you want to direct, edit, produce, or be the cinematographer. I like writing and editing and directing. Those are my big three.
Mhm.
My dream job is to go into TV writing. So I love like the sitcom banter and all that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm like emulating in my film a little bit. But yeah, so this is like my project. Some people can just like direct a project that they didn't write or do anything, but I wanted to make something that was mine.
Well, here's a question for you that's difficult. Comedy. It's going to rely a lot on your actresses because it's all about timing.
Yeah, we're in the process of casting right now. We have a call, like an in-person callback, because you're right, and the chemistry between them has to be like the best ever. So I'm really spending a lot of time doing that because a lot of my comedy is dialogue based. I try to infuse as much visual comedy as well as possible because I love comedy that's more than just like kind of one dimensional. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Edgar Wright. He uses a lot of visual comedy.
Yep. Physical stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And with like the
All right,
shots.
guys, we are at our hour mark. And
Oh.
I gotta go check on the hubby. I'm sorry.
Yeah, get better, B.
So, Russell, where can everyone find you at?
You can go to russellnolte.com. It'll direct you right to the Kickstarter page, or you can find me on Facebook, Twitter. Do not find me on Instagram. I only have an Instagram to talk to my tattoo artist. That's it.
Annabelle, where can people find you?
Everybody can follow Best Bud Film on Instagram. We are also on Facebook, and that has all of the updates for our film and how we are going and along the process, and a lot of cool exclusive BTS stuff too. So give us a follow there.
Sweet.
Mr. Max.
You want to follow or find us, you can go to atrocitypress.com if you want to go to shop and buy our comic books. If you just want to chat with us or send us cool photos, not cool photos like you get, but just cool photos. You can find us on social media at Mary Machine Gun on any social media platform.
Sweet. Pops.
I just dropped them both in the chat over there. Comic Related Madness and Comic Talk with Pops Van Zant here on YouTube. Madness Comic on Twitter. You know, everybody knows about it.
Hail, Raiden.
There it is. See, Comic Related Madness. Y'all go join the madness because everything I do begins there. I get up in the morning, I go to my group, I look to see who posted, I share their stuff out. That's that's how my day starts, right there in that group. And
yeah, we're in the dead zone for Atrocity Press right now. We're just finishing up 3 books. We're gonna have like 3 books finished at the same time, so we're gonna have to spread them out throughout the next few months on Kickstarters.
you know what's up. You know how to do this. You got it all under control, Max.
Yep.
Annabelle, it was great meeting you. We're gonna promote you. We're gonna promote
Thank
your
you
movie.
so much.
It was
Russell,
so nice
thank
you,
you,
man. We're gonna drop your links. We're gonna make sure people know who you are, man. That's what we do. But it seems to me like people already know who you are if you've backed 630 campaigns. Damn.
Hey, you can never know too
They
many
better
people
know
in
who
this.
you are.
Oh yeah.
And guys, there's my link again, linktree/indie_princess. And yeah, go check out my Amazon wishlist.
All right.
Good night.
Have a good night.
I'm not done yet.
Oh, sorry.
Hold
You
on,
did
I'm
say
bringing
that
up-
it was the end of the hour.
It
You're
is.
wrapping it up.
But guys, if you want to listen to our shows on the radio, you can listen with all our global listeners on Indie Bolt Radio. You can download the Google app or on Streama, or you can teach your Alexa to play it and it will play it for you. And if radio is not your thing, which you heard me talk about already, it's free. Indie Bolt TV. Go check it out. We have independent films. We have interviews. We have content that we can't share on YouTube and a whole bunch of other things.
Content you can't share on YouTube. No, I like that. I like that.
Y'all thinking, didn't it?
Yeah.
Liberty
And then
Entertainment Distribution.
I don't have an image for that one.
That's okay. LEDG.us. Liberty Entertainment Distribution. Bolt 10 is your 10% discount code for your Gemini mailers and all that other fun stuff.
Yeah.
Wait, I want that. What is that again? Say that again. I need that.
Bolt 10.
Okay.
10% discount on your Gemini mailers. Compliments of those people over there at Indie Bolt.
And like Pop said, if you're looking for distribution and you want to get your books or even films into different types of stores, check out Liberty Entertainment Distribution Group, LEDG.us, and we take care of your distribution.
And I'm not only a customer, I'm also a client.
You are. And that is it for tonight, guys. I'm going to hit the outro, and that is it. See you guys later.